Yo, what's up guys, it's Fane here, welcome back to another video on GTA 5 Online, San Andreas Mercenaries DLC, and we have actually received a new vehicle in this event week, just today, and that vehicle is in fact the Weaponised Conada. So this is of course the weaponized version of the original Conada, which was released back in the Criminal Enterprise DLC. As you can see here, this is of course the normal version of the weaponized one, which the weaponized one can be found on the Warstock website for a whopping almost $3.4 million. And I'm gonna say this right off the bat, this thing is pretty overpriced for what it is, from what I've seen so far, in my opinion, and I'm gonna explain why in a bit, but yeah. Now I've actually also put it next to its direct competitor because this thing is pretty similar to another vehicle that's been in the game pretty much since day one, and that is the Buzzard. So as you can see, here's the Buzzard right here, and that's the weaponized Conada. So they both look pretty similar. The only difference is, well, the Conada is a little bit bigger and it's a little bit lower to the ground as well. Whereas the Buzzard, it's high off the ground and it's a bit smaller. And yeah. And by the way, to compare both the prices of these two vehicles, you're paying almost $3.4 million for the Conada, compared to the Buzzard, which is only $1.75 million, which is pretty much, which still makes it to this day the cheapest attack chopper to buy on this website, which is still pretty good, especially for a 2013 vehicle. But yeah, that being said, let's go ahead and check out the customization on this thing, and then we'll go ahead and take it out for a fly. Okay, so armor, engine, handling. This thing does come with the weapons. It does come with the weapons fully equipped on it, so you don't have to actually buy weapons with it. Liveries, this just has the basic camos. Okay, well I guess we can just do... Where's the camo I usually... Is it this one? Yeah, we used to do this one. And because pretty much all my aircrafts are painted black, I might as well just go black anyway, since all my aircrafts are painted black. Do that. I'll get that. The secondary color. Ooh, okay, so it's just a railing. We'll just make that match.
Ain't that pretty now?
Alright. And you can sell this aircraft for 1.4 million in case you want to sell it for some reason. Alright. And that is pretty much it. So let's go ahead and take this for a fly, shall we? Alright. So here it is, the weaponized Conada. So this thing has machine guns and missiles already equipped with it. These are in fact homing missiles. Alright, let's see how we go. Let's go forward. Oh, this thing's... Okay, this thing's very quick. So this thing has similar speed to the original Conada. The original Conada was very fast. This thing has similar speed to it, which makes sense because it is a Conada with just weapons on it. Alright, now let's test the handling against these buildings, even though they're fairly spaced apart. Okay. This thing's handling is really good, making its agility pretty good. Yeah, this agility, this thing has really good agility. I like that. That is actually really good agility right there. Oh no. It cannot fit under there. Okay, we're not gonna test on these bridges. There's no way. Let's test the ascending and descending. Alright, let's see. Oh god, this thing ascends quick. This thing ascends fast. What about descend? Descending is also fast. Jesus Christ. So the speed ascending, descending, and handling is really good. On this helicopter. I'm impressed. This thing's pretty good. Although let's actually test the weapons. Okay, so those are literally cooler machine guns. And what about the missiles? We have the buzzard missiles. Okay, so we have exactly buzzard missiles, where it shoots 2 at a time, and then reloads, and then shoots another 2 off, and then reloads again. Okay, so it's the buzzard missiles. Let's compare the weapons on the Conada, on the weaponized Conada, to the weapons on the buzzard to see if there's any difference. I think the missiles are the exact same, but I think the main test is the machine guns to see if they're actually different. So let's go ahead and shoot a random car. Except this one will shoot with the Conada. Wait, what the heck? The crosshair is on the ground. Wait, what? What? The Conada is that low, it literally just shoots the ground like 5-10 feet in front of it. Does the buzzard do that? I don't think it does. It doesn't. It literally doesn't. Wow. So the Conada, you have to be off the ground in order to actually shoot the car properly. Okay, so we either have to be really close up to a car or we have to float. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. And now for the buzzard. Okay, that's an obvious difference right there. Okay, so around about the same. So if you angle it right, around about the same. I'm trying to sentinel over here. So sometimes around about the same as the buzzard, sometimes a lot slower than the buzzard. Okay, so it's pretty random. But other than that, the buzzard machine guns are still overall better, in my opinion. Is it the same thing with the missiles? Do they shoot like 2 feet in front of me? Oh my god, they do too. Okay, so do not shoot missiles whilst this thing is landed. Okay, just don't shoot missiles while this thing's landed then. That's dangerous. Yeah, we're testing it. It's a helicopter now. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh my god, these missiles are all locking on so bad. They're missing. There we go. Alright, I think that's enough. We're gonna go ahead, take this back. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, go back to Fort Zancudo, and we're gonna do the damage test. Alright, you guys all know what time it is. It is now time for the damage test. We're gonna be testing it against 4, like all the other aircrafts that are tested in this DLC, we're going to be testing it against 4 different projectiles that are pretty much mainly used. Those being the RPG, the homing launcher, the railgun, and the explosive sniper. We're going to start off with the homing launcher. Let's see. So this, okay, so it only takes one homing launcher. Next up is the RPG. Also one rocket. Alright, next test is the railgun. One shot oh Jesus, one shot from a railgun. And final test, we have the explosive sniper. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it does indeed take 3 shots from an explosive sniper. Okay, that's good then. So in conclusion of the damage test, the weaponized Conada takes 1 homing rocket, 1 RPG rocket, 1 railgun shot, and 3 explosive sniper shots. So yeah, that's not very good, especially for a weaponized helicopter that looks armored, but it's not for some reason. Final thoughts on the weaponized Conada. Is it worth it? Honestly, I've had a thought about it, and I'm just gonna say straight up, I don't think it's worth it at all, especially for what it is. And I'll explain why. So first of all, you're paying almost 3.4 million for the weaponized Conada, right? You're paying, right? Now, just remember that price right there, right? You're paying for a small helicopter that barely takes any missiles. You're paying it a little bit more than the Akula and more than the Hunter, which are both armored helicopters and take more shots from each projectile. This thing is expensive than these 2 helicopters, more expensive than them. It has no good features, no countermeasures, no stealth mode, and it's not as armored as the Hunter and Akula, meaning what's the point of buying this thing when you have those 2 helicopters? And more importantly, this thing isn't worth it at all because we have the Buzzard, and the Conada, the weaponized Conada here, is essentially the Buzzard. It's essentially the Buzzard's replacement, but they failed on that because it costs so much. It's pretty much double the price of the Buzzard at this point. And to be fair, I still think the Buzzard is better. Like, it's cheaper, it serves the exact same purpose as the Conada. The only difference is the Conada is a lot more agile than the Buzzard. Like, if these 2 were to dogfight, the Conada would definitely win in a helicopter dogfight against the Buzzard. But in terms of actual use, the Buzzard is just way more useful in my opinion. Like, here's the thing with the Buzzard. Weaponized Conada, you need to own a hangar for it, meaning that you have to spend even more money to get the hangar, and then you're spending the 3.4 million just buying the helicopter. So you're spending a lot of money already on this helicopter. The Buzzard, you're just paying for the Buzzard. You don't have to have a hangar. The Buzzard is a Pegasus vehicle. You're only paying the 1.75 million, whereas this one you're paying this and a hangar to actually store it. And that is pretty much the reason why I think the Buzzard is still the better option over the weaponized Conada. It's a cool helicopter, don't get me wrong, but the machine guns are a little underwhelming than I thought they were, and the whole helicopter, in my opinion, is just underwhelming. It could have had other features like, you know, like stealth mode or even countermeasures, but no, they just didn't give it to it. And another thing I want to mention, the original Conada was a 4-seater. The back is filled with cargo. So you know what that means, right? This thing is a 2-seater, which pretty much gives the advantage to the Buzzard because the Buzzard is a 4-seater. So if you were to come after me and ask me this question, what helicopter should I buy between the weaponized Conada and the Buzzard, I would easily say the Buzzard. It's just the best vehicle, best helicopter in the game, even for a starter, because you don't need a hangar. So with that being said, I'd say the weaponized Conada is just not worth it. Unless you really like the helicopter, then that's the only reason why I'd say you buy it. But anyway, that is going to wrap up with today's video. I hope you all enjoyed me using and reviewing the weaponized Conada. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.